What's good, guys? Welcome to the video. It's your friendly neighborhood assassin, and today I want to show y'all how to start playing Claw, everything you should know when you start playing Claw, and tips and tricks to get started, to help you get started with Claw. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so before we get started, I want to put this out there. Obviously, Claw comes with a lot of benefits. It helps you get better as a player, but it also comes with risk, and one of those risks is carpal tunnel. If you don't know what that is, to sum it all up, it basically strains your finger and it makes it hurt a lot after a lot of playtime. So if you guys notice any pain in your finger or wherever in your hand, obviously don't force yourself to keep playing through it. It will make it worse. Take a break, chill out for a bit, and then come back once you feel a little better. But obviously, if you do feel pain, take a little break, chill out for a bit, and then you can come back after you feel better. All right. So that is something that you could develop after a long time of playing Claw, and it is something that you will encounter after a while. I get it sometimes, and it does hurt, but I know how to go about it. So I just want to let you guys know that it is something that you guys will have to look out for, and it is something that you guys have to be smart about. So with that being said, let's get to the video. Alright, so here's a picture of what Claw looks like. This is the most common variation of Claw that I know of, and there might be other variations, but this is how I play, so I want to show you guys this. Now, obviously, I wish I had a hand cam to help you guys see how I play exactly, but I don't have a setup for that, unfortunately, so I'm trying my best with what I got, so hopefully you understand that, guys. Sorry. But back to the point. This guy is playing Claw. You can see that he has his middle finger on the right trigger on the shooting button. He has his claw finger, the pointer finger, on all the face buttons, which is triangle, square, X, and circle. And he has his right thumbstick on the right, or his right thumb on the right thumbstick. His left hand, he doesn't do anything with that because you don't have to do anything with that unless you're a crackhead. But that's not, you don't have to worry about your left hand when you're playing Claw. This is the finger placement for Claw. It's only for your right hand, and this is how you play Claw. This is how I play Claw. So to break it all down, the rules that I want to set for you guys are, obviously, when you play Claw, Claw means that you want to have fingers on the most important buttons on your controller. Now, the most important buttons on your controller are your right thumbstick and obviously your shooting button. So having a finger always on those buttons are gonna make you more faster, more responsive, faster reaction time, and more precise at what you do because you always have a finger on those buttons. So that is what makes Claw, basically. Your claw finger is what controls all the other actions on top of that. So that's why Claw is Claw, because you could do more things without sacrificing your precision and your reaction time. Okay, so the biggest thing I want you to know is that your middle finger always stays on your shooting button. Your right thumb always stays on the right thumbstick. There are exceptions, but I will get to that soon. But what I really want you to get out of this is your claw finger itself, your pointer finger. Your pointer finger is what controls all the other actions like jumping, crouching, reloading, switching weapons, and that is what you want to learn. So the finger placement for that is what you're looking at right now, and your pointer finger is what controls all the face buttons. So triangle, square, X, and circle. Those are the buttons that you only want to hit with your pointer fingers. So remember that, guys. Try it out right now. Try the finger placement now, get a feel for it, because this is how you play Claw. At least how I want to teach you how to play Claw. Alright, I almost forgot one more thing. If you're having trouble understanding how to use your claw finger and how you should go about pressing buttons and all of that, what I recommend is looking at the buttons as pairs. So looking at all the face buttons as pairs, which means triangle and square, in this case, are a pair. You would use one of them after another, one button after another. And circle and X are another pair. You would use one after another. So that's a little way of looking at things if you really have trouble understanding the claw finger itself. And just a very quick example, if you're trying to reload your other gun you would press triangle to switch to your other gun and square to reload that gun, but you would only do that with your pointer finger, your claw finger, okay? I will get to that into more detail in the next segment. I just wanted to throw it out there so you guys understand. All right, now that we got all the finger placement rules that I set for you guys to follow while you learn, let's get straight into the settings now. Obviously, when you start learning how to play claw, when you're learning how to play claw, things are going to be very different from what you already knew how to do. What I mean by that is shooting, running around, switching guns, all of that is going to be very different compared to what you used to do when you didn't play claw. Obviously, it's a given. So what I really recommend when you start playing claw is work around your settings. Now, if you're comfortable with your sensitivity being at a certain spec, for example, mine is 6.4 right now. If you're very comfortable with that, then by all means use it. But if you do feel like you are too fast when you're playing claw, when you're learning how to play claw, if you feel like things are a little too fast while you try to learn it, then definitely decrease your sensitivity so you could obviously have an easier time learning how to play claw. So for example, if I found that 6.4 is a little too fast for me and it's hard for me to control my aim or my movement or whatever it is, whatever it may be, I would go to settings, I would turn down my look sensitivity or my ADS sensitivity down 1 or 2, whatever you feel. So definitely work around your settings, your sensitivity, and make sure that you feel very comfortable with the speed at which you're going when you're learning how to play claw for the first time. Alright, so after you messed around with your settings, you got comfortable with your settings, what I would recommend is working on your movement, working on getting comfortable with your movement when you learn how to play claw. So what I would recommend, obviously, is messing around in the training mode, firing range, whatever you want to call it. And just slide around, jump around, get the feel for claw. Now, when I told you about the pairs to help you understand the face buttons with your pointer finger, I said that triangle and square are basically pairs that you would incorporate with your claw finger. So if I wanted to, for example, if I wanted to switch guns but my other gun wasn't reloaded, I would run around, press triangle, and then square with the same finger, basically. So with the same finger, I switch guns and I reload. All the face buttons, you use the same finger. Remember that, guys. Triangle, square, X, circle, and R1 is dedicated for your pinky, your pointer finger, your index finger, your claw finger. Okay, so take some time, run around, mess around with the face buttons like triangle, square, reloading, all of that, and do all of that with only your pointer finger. Remember this. And obviously the claw shape, your finger's gonna lay on the face buttons, so it's gonna be touching the side of your finger, which is something I wish I could show you, but I can't because I don't have a hand cam. I really wish I did. It would have been so much easier and way better, but you just got to take my word. When you're playing claw, obviously your finger's gonna be laying on all the buttons on its side, so you want to learn how to use or press the buttons with the side of your finger and be precise, obviously. So take some time, touch all the buttons, slide, jump, learn how to do all of that with only your pointer finger, your claw finger. And that's a really good way to warm up your movement and learning how to play when you're learning how to play claw for the first time. So definitely take some time to work on your movement before you start shooting, because if you don't know how to move when you're playing claw, what's the point of even knowing how to shoot when you're learning how to play claw? So definitely work on your movement first, and then we could work on shooting, okay? So if you don't know where to start, I'm gonna give you guys a little practice test or whatever you want to call it. Let's work on slide jumping first, obviously with only your pointer finger. So with your pointer finger, press circle and X, and you know how to slide jump already. So just slide jump, keep doing this for a very good amount of times, a couple tries, give it a couple tries, and get used to the feeling of only using your index finger or your pointer finger to slide jump. That's a very good warm-up to you know, get you accustomed to the feeling of playing claw. Now, once you get the hang of slide jumping in a straight line, you can start getting a little more technical with it, which doesn't seem too technical, but you can start moving around with your thumb while you slide jump. And I'm getting a bunch of dead slides right now, but so yeah, just start doing that. Just start moving around and slide jumping. Remember, always keep your thumb, your right thumb on the right stick, on the right thumbstick when you're doing this. You don't want to force yourself. You want to force yourself to only use your pointer finger to do all the face actions, which means triangle, square, X, and circle. So slide jumping, you're only using your pointer finger. This is a really good way to learn how to get used to the feeling of playing claw and learning how to get better with claw. So definitely take some time with this. You're not gonna be crazy when you first start. You might be, but you might not be. And if you don't feel like you're getting it, trust me, everyone's been there. You're not the only one. Just keep going, keep trying. You'll get it. All right. So after you did that, after you did all that, the slide jumping, little practice test, what you could do is start practicing slide jumping, pinging, you know, doing all of that with your pointer finger. Now, when I slide jump and I'm in the air,
Contact with hostile.
like let's say I'm over here, right? And I jump and I'm in the air, I ping with my middle finger. So I did say that you always want to keep your middle finger on the right trigger, you know, your shooting button. But when you're in the air or you're slide jumping,
Hostile right here.
you could obviously use your middle finger to ping because it's the closest finger to the pinging button, unless you have a different button layout. So what you could practice is slide jumping and pinging at the same time. So after you slide jump, ping with your middle finger. And do this in a straight line. That way you could, you know, obviously not be overwhelmed with what you're doing. So in a straight line, just slide jump and ping. Remember, slide jumping, you're only using your pointer finger. And after you slide jump, you ping with your middle finger. Okay? It's a lot, but trust me, it's simple once you get the hang of it. It's very technical, I'm telling you. I really wish I had a hand cam because this would have been so much better, so much easier. Hopefully soon. I don't know. I'm broke right now, so I can't even get a hand cam. I wish I could to help you guys out to make this process way easier, but as of now, I'm not in the position where I could get a hand cam, obviously. So please bear with me. I'm trying to help you guys, but this is all I could really do. So just listen to what I'm saying and y'all learn it. So those are really the basic things that you want to learn when you start playing claw, obviously. Now, once you learn the slide jumping and all of that, obviously, naturally, all the guns and all the gun mechanics are going to come naturally with that. So let's say I'm running around with my gun in my hand and I'm slide jumping. If I want to slide jump across a corner, like let's say there's a bad guy right there. If I want to slide jump, I could turn instantly without moving my, without, you know, hesitating because I have my right thumb on the right thumbstick. So let's say there's a bad guy. Matter of fact, let me show you down here. Okay, let's say he's right there and I know he's right there. I would slide jump and I'll look at him. I'll turn my camera directly to him in the middle of that slide jump. And I would aim at him, obviously, because I'm going to shoot him. You feel me? So I would slide jump, turn my camera straight to him, and aim. Now, you could practice this a lot. This is a movement. I'm not shooting, obviously, but this is something that you are going to want to learn when you start playing claw. Because if you slide jump into a fight, it's going to be so much harder to hit you because, you know, they're going to be thrown off. So once you keep practicing this little technique, slide jumping into a fight, and learning how to move your right your right thumbstick to adjust and align your ADS to the person that you want to shoot, then you're gonna be very, very good after a while. So obviously, there you go. And your middle finger is your shooting button. So remember that. After you slide jump and you turn to your target, shoot with your middle finger. Do not take your index finger out to shoot. Keep your index finger, your claw finger on the face buttons. What I do is I keep it around the triangle button at all times, but it's just because I'm used to it. That's where my finger likes to naturally lay at. So whatever you feel comfortable with, just leave your pointer finger in that position. What I mean by that is whatever you find comfortable when your finger is laying on the face buttons, when you're not using any actions, like if you're not slide jumping or reloading or, you know, switching guns, whatever it may be, if you're not doing any of that, wherever your finger feels the most comfortable laying at, then that's where you want to keep it, obviously, okay? So if your finger feels comfortable laying right next to the triangle, then keep it there. Don't force yourself to keep it at a certain spot so it doesn't feel comfortable, you know what I mean? So remember that. If your finger feels comfortable at a certain spot, then just leave it there. That's where it naturally wants to be when you're learning this process, and it'll definitely help you in the long run. Okay, so once you do all of that, you know, once you start really getting the hang of playing claw, what I would suggest, if you know how to do these things, if you know how to wall jump or anything like that, then definitely give it a try. It might be a little difficult for you when you first start, when you're playing claw. If you know how to wall jump, but you never played claw before, it is gonna be a little tough. So what I would suggest is try to give it a few attempts. Try to get some wall jumps in while you play claw. And, you know, try to teach yourself how to wall jump again, basically, but with claw. So it's very simple. If you don't know how to wall jump, I'm gonna give you a quick tutorial. All you have to do is slide jump into a wall. Once you hit the wall, you let go of your left stick, you let go of your moving stick, your left stick completely. And once you hit the wall, you press X. Literally that simple, okay? So once again, you slide jump into a wall. Once you hit the wall, you let go of your moving stick, your left stick, and you press X. Super easy, super simple. You'll get it in no time once you keep trying. After a couple tries, you'll get it. So once you learn how to wall jump, try to do it with claw. And what I'm doing is basically the same thing you already practiced. I'm slide jumping with my claw finger only. So my pointer finger is slide jumping. And I hit X once I hit the wall with my pointer finger, okay? So you slide jump and you press X again with your pointer finger. It's kind of confusing when I'm trying to tell you this over audio and not visually. That's why I really wish I could show you in a hand cam video. But, you know, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon I'll remake this video with a hand cam once I get the opportunity to. But as of now, I really want to get this video out there for you guys to help you out. But it just sucks because I don't have the equipment to make it easier for you guys. Alright, so you learned how to do some wall jumps with claw. And now you want to learn how to shoot. How do we do that, assassin? How do we do that? Well, my friends, I'll teach you. Alright, so once you start getting used to the movement on claw, once you start getting the hang of it, you obviously want to learn how to shoot now. You want to learn how to work on your aim when you're playing claw. And you want to learn how to be more comfortable when you play claw. So what we are going to do is use whatever gun you love using. Pick that gun up and bring it right over here to the center, over here where these 6 targets are. And what I'm going to have you do is shoot this target, this target, this target, this target, this target, and that target, okay? And just keep doing that over and over again. Like this. Hold on, let me pick up a heavy mag. If you're using the wingman, pick up this gray heavy mag because it only gives you 6 bullets, which is exactly how many targets there are right over here. So it makes it a little more challenging to hit every single one with every single shot, okay? So yeah, just do this for a couple until you get used to it. Until you get used to the feeling of shooting while playing claw. Now what I'm doing is my claw finger, my pointer finger, is naturally resting on the button. Wherever it likes to rest, it's right there. I'm not even using it. I'm only using it to reload, literally. So whenever I have to reload, my finger is there to reload, okay? Now next, my shooting button, I'm using my middle finger. So my middle finger is shooting all of the targets, obviously. And I'm not taking my finger off of the trigger. My middle finger is always resting on the trigger, so it's instant, okay? You want to learn how to keep your fingers on the buttons at all times. Don't let them float away from the button because, you know, that could kind of throw you off while you're learning how to play claw. So keep your middle finger on the button at all times, and whenever you shoot, you just press down, obviously. So after you do that for a bit, after you go from this side, you want to switch it up. So now do it the opposite way. And this is going to be a little tougher because this might be your weak spot. For me, this is kind of my weak spot. So it is a little harder to hit the target. But once you keep practicing, you will get the hang of it. Now, obviously, you want to keep doing this until you feel very, very comfortable with what you are doing. That way it's easier for you to do these things on claw. So that's what I would recommend when you're learning how to shoot when you play claw. Now obviously I showed you 2 patterns, from left to right, right to left. You could also do like this. You could do that little pattern and you could keep doing that. So like 1, 2, oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Could do that. And then once you do that for a couple, you could do it opposite. Like that. So just work on little patterns when you're learning how to play claw and you're shooting. You're learning how to shoot with claw. That's gonna help you, you know, get more used to the feeling of playing claw and shooting at the same time, okay? Alright, so once you start learning and getting more comfortable with all the shooting, all the guns that you were using, whatever it may be, the wingman or the R301, whatever it may be, once you get used to it, there is one more thing that you want to learn when you play claw. And what I mean by that is crouch spamming. Now that you learned how to play claw, you have the ability to crouch spam naturally with the default settings. I play on default stick layout. It's on default, so I don't play on any other. I don't know why. I just never like playing on any other play style because I already know how to play claw. So once you learn how to get better with your guns, you want to start learning how to crouch spam when you shoot in the middle of shooting. And it's very simple. Like, look at this. Once you learn how to play claw, you could do all of this very, very easily. Now what I'm doing here is I'm strafing with my left thumb on my left thumbstick. I'm moving around left and right. My right thumb is obviously controlling the camera and where I aim, where I'm looking. I'm spamming circle with my index finger, my claw finger. And whenever I want to shoot, my middle finger is the shooting button. Okay? So when you're crouch spamming, what you want to do and what I would recommend is you start shooting first and then you start crouch spamming, okay? You don't just want to go straight into it, crouch spamming like a crackhead, and then start shooting. You're going to miss all your shots. So what I would recommend is start shooting, get your shot lined up, start shooting, and then crouch spam, okay? Those are little tips that I could make a whole other video on, but I want to throw it in here just so you guys know. And obviously, guys, this is going to take time. This is not going to be something that you learn right off the bat. This takes a lot of practice. Like I said, I played Claw for about 8 years already. It took me like a week and a half to learn it a lot and get used to it when I first started. And it took me a couple years to master it, okay? So it's not something that you gotta expect yourself to learn instantly, you know what I mean? If you're having trouble, obviously take your time and you will get the hang of it, okay? Alright guys, so this is all I could really think of as of right now. If I'm missing something, I will make a part 2 to this video, but I think I covered a couple key things that I wanted to teach you guys in this video, so hopefully you guys found this video useful. Let me know in the comments. I know it's not a video that really... I know for a fact this is a video I didn't want to make like this. I wanted to make this video with a hand cam. I'm so upset that I can't because obviously I'm not in the position where I could. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the setup to make a hand cam video. If I could, I would, guys, but I really can't. This is something that I've wanted to help you guys with for a long time. This is something that I wanted to do for you guys to help you guys get better as players. I'm just really sad because I couldn't make it easier to follow. Hopefully it was easy enough, but I tried my hardest, so hopefully you guys could understand that. If you guys want to help me get better as a content creator, if you guys want to support the channel, please subscribe, share the video with friends, help me get to 1,000 subscribers, help the family get to 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully YouTube could monetize my channel. That would make it so much better because I could obviously make better videos, get better equipment, and get a better setup. Because right now my setup is literally nothing special. If you guys want to see my setup, I will try to make a video on it if we hit 500 subscribers. So keep that in mind if you guys want to see my setup. 500 subscribers and I'll drop that video. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you drop a comment and let me know how you guys are holding up with this Claw journey. I'll be looking forward to reading your comments and answering any questions you guys still have. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe. We're so close to 400 subscribers and I can't wait. So make sure you tell your friends about your friendly neighborhood assassin. Let's grow the channel. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate all of your support, all the comments. I read all of them. Thank you so much. It motivates me to keep making videos like this. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys learned how to play Claw with the help of this video. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe.